Welcome back to the Thursday evening Cowboy Fashion Report. This evening I've got on another drop dead gorgeous pearl snap shirt and those pearl snaps. This lovely pastel plaid has a buckhorn silica base with some distressed cottonwood accents and charred oak bark undertones. I think it's a lovely spring garment. Now, most of y'all know that listen to me, I've worked at the Pitchfork a few times when I was younger, and it's out there in West Texas, Dickens, King County. Now, the Pitchforks is owned by the Williams family and the Von Gottard family. And the first spring I was there, little Ottie Von Gottard and his wife and some of their family and maybe friends came out while the wagon was out, which I think they did from year to year a few times. And they wanted to ride and visit and, and stuff like that. And we were camped at Batch Camp. Now, little Ottie's wife, Miss Beatrice, I had to call Bob to get that name. I can't remember names real good. But anyway, Miss Beatrice, she was an heir to the Bush beer dynasty. Her last name was Bush before she married little Ottie and became Von Gottard. So that's their heritage. And they were all out there, and some of them were wanting to ride that morning. Well, we had to make a drive in some of that old rough country, and we were going to need a change of horses just bam, right after we got done with that first drive that morning. Well, somehow I drew the short straw and got made horse wrangler, which really nicked my pride being a 20-year-old wild cow puncher. Even if it was just for one morning, getting knocked down to horse wrangler was kind of severe for me. But I took it. And that morning the crew left. Well, I headed up Croton, had to go up Croton a few miles and had 10, 12, 13 head of horses in front of me. And had the entourage behind me, 6, 7, 8 people with Miss Von Gottard, Beatrice, right behind me. Remember, she had a big old white straw floppy hat on. And sweet lady, don't get me wrong, I'm not making fun of them at all. She's a sweet gal. And we were going up Croton, and we got about a mile from the wagon probably. And Croton Creek is straight quicksand, unless you find a good crossing. A little bit of water, straight quicksand, anywhere from 15 to 60 feet across there. And we get about a mile from the wagon, and 2 or 3 of these owl-headed remuda horses just dive off of this cut bank right into Croton, swim across this quicksand, make it out the other side. And I'm talking that you sink plumb to your belly. And they hit a long trot, headed back to the wagon. Well, without thinking, I just dive off behind them to try to get them turned. And right about the time I make it to the other side with my life, I hear blood-curdling screams behind me. And sure enough, the first 3 or 4 of them had just bailed in right after me in that quicksand, and they were flopping and flailing. Miss Von Gottard still had her hat on, but I can still remember her saying, "Our cowboy isn't taking very good care of us today." And she was right. Anyway, I got everybody drug out of the quicksand, got the horses turned, and I was late for the holdup. I'm pretty sure I got an ass chewing that day. Y'all keep snapping. I'll see you next week.